just say started. We live.
We
All
live.
right, so we live. Hey, we
What's
live
good?
on
What's
so we
happening? What's
live.
happening, man?
What's
Huh?
good, good people?
What's happening, world? What's good? We out here
I ain't even
live.
been. I haven't even been asleep, man. I was doing different people's shows all last night, and then turned around and did another show last night.
Hey,
You right. You probably was laying there trying to doze off on the couch or something. And I'm sitting
Nah,
up here
nah.
doing
Shit,
all
I'm
over
up.
again.
I'm up
it's
in
never
there. I had to take my kids to school and all of that shit though. What's going on? We got
Yeah.
Pearl
See,
Masters.
yeah, man. Prayer Master Easy up in here, man. You know.
I see you. I see you getting it in. We just chilling, man, and taking it in light. Hey, before we get into that though, let me see. I had a couple other things, two stories I had wrote down. Y'all hear about the crazy white guy that shot up the pool party out in San Diego?
Yeah. 1 dead, 7 injured.
LA, you ain't heard that one?
No, a pool party.
Yeah.
Out in San Diego, man. When was that? Yesterday, bro?
Yesterday. Yep, yesterday.
Was it mixed? Was it mixed race or was it?
Yes. It was mixed race. Yes. It was like a college kid party, and the cat was 49 years old, and he just started dumping off at the party.
Man,
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna simulcast at the same time on my channel, and then I'm gonna bring some people over. Because at the same time, I ordered some food, but I want y'all to keep on talking. I'm gonna keep it running. So let's just get it started, man.
Hey, keep it going. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, tell me about that story though. That's interesting. Tell me about that story.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's why that's what I'm saying. I just wanted to that's why I wanted to ask a couple questions. You know what I'm saying? Stuff
let me
to
go.
get
Let me
into.
put it on my screen share.
That's what I was finna do too. I'm gonna pull it up real quick because I saw it on Facebook.
I got a little this a little video on World Star to play that mug.
Can you pull it up?
Yeah, I got you. Pulling it up right now.
We about to simulcast on these motherfuckers.
Okay, I'm trying to. Yeah. See, I got to learn what you just did. I got to learn how to work these tools in LA.
Y'all can see the World Star screen?
Nope. Let me see.
Well, what you need to do is J Free, go click on Pearl.
I gotta click
on Pearl Master screen so it'll make his screen the main screen.
Okay.
Who's ever there needs to have the main screen.
So I just clicked on his screen. Do you see it now?
Yeah, just highlight his screen.
Okay.
Can I see the Mozilla Firefox?
No, I can't. I got you highlighted, but I still don't see it. I'm learning how to work it, people.
Yeah, that's what I'm with.
Can y'all hear the video?
No.
I saw it's some tools, man. I need to use what I need to use. Screen share.
Yeah.
Okay.
The little green one.
Okay. And once I hit that, I can use here you go, because I got a couple different screens on.
You got a USB microphone hooked up?
I do.
I don't.
That's probably why you can't hear mine.
Can you see my screen?
Let me go to. Yeah, I can see yours. I see you. I can see
your screen. Yeah, man. Yeah. Y'all see your screen now.
Okay.
Well, you got to click on yourself now and make yourself the main screen. Okay. Highlight your screen, J Free.
I got you. Okay. Well, see, this is the article. I thought this was a video, but this is just the article. I'm gonna go back and see if I can find it. Well, this might have some video to it.
Yeah, CNN.
Yeah. "30 minutes, apartment residents heard gunfire, sirens, and screams near out." complex located near the University of California, San Diego campus. The shooting rang out in what is normally a tranquil location. Let me see. Go to play some. My computer's moving slow.
What? Who said? I said, why? You need to stop smoking that shit, man. You gotta stop smoking that shit, family. You smoking that dust, family. Yeah. You consider the goddamn game. You leave that dust alone. Where my motherfucker? You all high shit. You all high shit. Pass my speaker, man. Speaker.
In my fault. I'm gonna go get some food real quick.
Hypergear Bluetooth device is ready to pair. Hypergear Bluetooth.
Man.
Yeah, whenever you ready to get started breaking down those letters, man.
Hey, for sure. Well, yeah, we're gonna go and get in there. Let me shut this. Let me try to close this one back out, man. I done messed up. All right, back in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my food.
Yep.
Hold on, man. I gotta try to shut this out real quick, man. We back. All right, we back good. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Okay, bet.
Yeah,
Man. I apologize for that, man. I was trying to get. I'm learning as I go, big dog. You know, you showing me as I go. But we can go and get into it, man.
Hey, can you hear?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right, go ahead and get it popping, man.
Hey,
I'm gonna run to grab my food right now.
all right, go ahead, man. We
I
gonna.
won't be interested.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. I got you. I got you. We
Right,
can go on. All right, for sure. Hey, bro.
What's good?
Man, we gonna go and get into it a little bit, man. Let you know, talking about the Willie Lynch letter, man.
Yeah.
You know, the two sides of the coin. You know what I'm saying? We got so many people. We got so many of a group of people that say that the Willie Lynch letter ain't real.
Yeah.
And that it ain't valid. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just curious. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your take on it, bro?
Man, it's valid for the simple fact. Look at society as a whole. Look at what we base our life on. We base our life on things that's man-made, things that has no value. We base our life around society. We think government, we think this is real. religion, all these things. You know what I'm saying? It's the psychological hold. They put our people in bind. You already was explaining how to break the horse. And I remember you explaining that before, and you ain't get to the part about how they broke the black man. So the black woman will look at them as like they can't help them. They will look at the black man as inferior. You know what I'm saying? And feel as though they above the black man.
Yeah. Now see, we gonna get into it because I got a copy of it right here. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna read some of it. But we just going off of right now, we just going off of general knowledge and information, like what the general populace think about it and what regular people. Then we gonna break down a little bit of the letter. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, because like you were saying, the male and the woman breaking of the nigga, you know what I'm saying? Now my thing is, they try to push this image out and they stay trying to say, well, you know, the Willie Lynch letter ain't real, you know what I'm saying? It's fake, it's made up. And my question, like I say, my thing is perception is everything. And so where's these people, like, what are they looking at? Do you not see the current state that we in right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, how could you, I'm trying to figure out where the people came from that's trying to discredit and say that it ain't real. Like, where did that thought logic come from? Like, how, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like it came from the information age. You know what I'm saying? There's too much information easily accessible nowadays. And that's why you got these people that's jumping out here like, oh, this fake. No, that's fake. No, I don't believe that. You crazy. You a conspiracy theorist. You believe that. Nah, you know, that's propaganda. They trying to take away. They trying to take away what they done gave us access to. It's too much. They created the internet to monitor us, and it's enlightening us.
Check this out, though. As you say that, check this out, though, because they always have a counter. You know what I'm saying? For when we doing something, they always, because they using psychology and they intelligent in what they're doing, they always try to find a way to maneuver around what we got going on. So I'm saying that to say people don't be aware of certain details. So remember, Martin King really came on the scene really because of the movement of Malcolm in the Nation of Islam.
Yeah.
So what I'm hitting on is, as a real black nationalist power movement stir up in the New York area that could have began wide, that could have caused black people the real deal get some stuff back. You know what I'm saying? Because Malcolm was on it for real. In the midst of that, then they brought in their agent from the Boule, Mr. Martin Luther King Jr. Y'all know people don't like me say that because in school we've been taught to praise and worship Martin Luther King Jr. They done gave us a holiday to worship Martin Luther King Jr. because he was nonviolent and he was peaceable. That's what I'm saying. But they've been
making suspect right there,
man. But people don't question. People don't question the obvious, and that's all that's what I'm saying. Is like when in order to stop the Nation of Islam, they created a peaceful movement with Martin. You know what I'm saying? And so the civil rights movement was orchestrated by the status quo of the elite, and people ain't even aware of that. Like I say, integration ain't never benefit us. So I'm just throwing that out there. That's why I'm throwing that out there, because really what I'm saying is, so now say the information age, and we start waking up and becoming consciously aware of the lies and things that's been going on, and we trying to figure out what we can do and how to come up out of it, and people start coming across this Willie Lynch syndrome and Willie Lynch letter. Now it's new information come out to say, oh, it's a lie, it ain't real. You see what I'm saying? Just like Martin, you know, they always got a way to try to combat the real information, and that's all I'm saying. Is like, what it's, even if it ain't real, like I say, I got a copy, we gonna get in it. Even if it ain't real, and if you got any kind of sense to be able to interpret and understand and break down the meanings of the words and what's said here, then this is a blueprint for how we can correct the problems that's going on in our community. So even if you want to say that this letter ain't real and it ain't true, the steps that are laid out in it are definitely true and evident in our community. So what is evident in this letter is definitely necessary to be able to correct the problems that's going on within our community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. because it's definitely, if you see how especially the black community,
man,
it's so.
bruh.
I was just talking to one of my niggas the other day, and I'm telling them, I'm just trying to put them on some stuff, and I'm like, look, man, look how many niggas praise the block. So happy to be from a neighborhood, and our roots is not from that neighborhood. That's a ghetto that was created, and you was placed there. All these places we was placed here. That's not our roots. You really a die for 1200 block of my road. You know what I'm saying?
Real 100, real talk, bro.
And that, you think that's where your roots came from? That's how you know that the Willie Lynch, regardless of if every single word that's written on the documents you get printed off the internet is real, it don't matter. It's evident that it's real because of how we live in our life.
Right. The proof is in the pudding.
Exactly.
That's all we saying. Let's read a little bit of it, man. I'm gonna go with the beginning part that I think people misinterpret, because I think this one of the problems. Because when I talk to people, one of the things I found out, bro, is a lot of people they don't know what they think they know. See, they done been told it's a lie. They ain't even done the research to dig in it. So most of them don't even understand what's in here. They don't even know what's saying. So most of them think it just talks about separating us based on old and young and light and dark. You know what I'm saying? But it goes so much deeper than that. When it's real deal psychology. So I'm gonna just hit a little bit of what they say he was saying. What he was saying was, he said, as I was riding in on my boat, smell and see that y'all was killing too many of y'all precious cargo. The slaves, y'all killing them, and they steady rebelling and trying to get free and fighting against y'all and rising up, which is causing a conflict, and y'all making money because y'all always constantly afraid of your life, afraid that they're going to rise up, you know what I'm saying, and try to take back for what you done. And so every day you uneasy and it's a conflict. He says, so I'm coming in and I'm trying to give you a method. I'm trying to help you to understand a foolproof method that if you put this in play, it won't take effect on the first stamp, but the effects will be evident for hundreds of years down the line, and you will have your slaves in control. And so understand this, we're talking about the making of a slave. And so what we got to realize is the details in this letter deeper than just talking about shackles and chains, bondage, chattel slavery. This is so much deeper than that. This is talking about how to entrap, enslave them in the mind to remain bound, and you will no longer need. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why I say we miss it. So right in the beginning, when he says you got to use differences, in the beginning he said you got to use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. So when we look at our community, what we see, bro,
man,
and envy to the highest degree. And most people don't understand what these words mean. That's the stuff we use when we say haters. When we say somebody hating is somebody that's envious of you. You know what I'm saying? When we say fear would be somebody that is afraid of you taking a spot or you shining over them. You see what I'm saying? So we got so many different areas. And then distrust, we know within our community, we don't trust each other at all. Black folk, we just been raised, we will take the white man's word at it before we would take another. But you can tell me, man, red, you can tell me yellow and blue make green, and I'm gonna say, oh, for real, but walk away and still look for accreditation from the white man before I will accept what you done gave me because of the training. Now real. This is in this letter. So this is, we live in this right now. So it ain't real, but we live in it. Then he said, once you use them schemes, fear, distrust, and envy, he said, now you take them and you mix it in. He said, you gotta mix them up by age. He said by intelligence. He said by size, by sex, by the size of the plantation, status on the plantation, the status outside. He said by the attitude of the owners, whether they lived in the valley, whether they lived on the hill, whether it was in the east, the west, the north, the south, what kind of hair they got, whether they was tall, whether they was short. All of them little details You see what I'm saying? And so now, look where we live at today. So now there ain't no. Now we all hating each other. Got
You hitting
somebody taking our spot. You know what I'm saying? Or shining over us or being better than us. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't got no trust amongst ourselves. And then we separated by all of these little nuances. So now we create groups within where you from, bro. We from Cali, bro.
Exactly.
So the Cali cats hang with Cali cats. You know what I'm saying? The cats from the South hang. You know what I'm saying? We've been separated by all of these different things in the exact same way that they said that we was going to be separated. You know what I'm saying? And we doing it exactly the way that they said. So now it's about where you work, bro. You know what I'm saying? I work for UPS. You know what I'm saying? We make this much money. So we better than the cat that work at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? And the people at Walmart, they, you know, now they envious and jealous talking junk about the people that work at UPS. Oh, they think they all that because they work at UPS. When really in their heart, they want, you know what I'm saying? All the while, it's some people at the top that they done created all of these little rules of separation and division amongst us. Light skin, dark skin. You know what I'm saying? We already know all that. So,
man, bro.
For a minute. You see what I'm saying, though?
I was just, when you hit that, when you say people that work at Walmart or people that work at UPS, and it's so crazy that when you break it down, man, we know this because we have a conscious knowledge. It's about what, 6 people that own all the media outlets that own everything.
Yes, sir.
So we all are slaves, man. It don't matter about what money, because your expenses is gonna match your salary, especially if you black. Now, people can try to stunt. Oh, I know how to stack. I know how to do. No, people that's black, your expenses is going. If you're making $20 an hour, it's damn sure gonna look like it.
And see, this is what I'm saying. The trap of the rat race. You see what I'm saying? The trap of we not getting, you not getting money to live. Substantiate yourself.
Exactly.
You trying to acquire the next status. You trying to reach the next status. This is how you measure yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like real deal.
Your confidence.
Yeah, like if I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like real deal. Tell me, I ain't, you know, I like nice things too, but real deal. If I go to a car lot, what's the difference in a Mercedes Benz and a Charger? I'm just saying. Now, if I can afford a Mercedes or a Charger, all I'm saying is $30,000, $40,000 extra for a Mercedes when the Charger can do the same thing the Mercedes do. You see what I'm saying? And I'm just giving an example because this is what we do. Though. We'll go in the store. Starberry, I ain't mean to get off, but Starberry, Stephon Marbury,
hit it.
Made some shoes, bro,
man.
And they was made in the same factory with the Jordans. And you can Google it because he talks shit about Jordan and LeBron all the time. Marbury, our mans, we know Marbury. He made the shoes in the same factory, bro, as the Jordans, and they was a good quality. They done had the shoes tested and everything. But Marbury sold his shoes in Stephen Barry's for $15. You know what I'm saying? Because he was trying to help the people. But we so brainwashed to think that money matters that we didn't wear Starberries because they didn't cost enough. So everybody out here killing for Jordans made in the same damn factory. Money, but Jordan paying for prisons so that you can go out there and kill each other and sell dope to get locked up to go to his prison trying to get his shoes. You see what I'm saying? But we stupid enough to still want to rock J's. We got our 3- and 4-year-old babies that don't know shit about a Jordan. That would rather have a Spider-Man
and a Bob the Builder.
And we're buying him Jordans and making him wear Jordans, and he don't even know nothing about them. And then he grow up. And he think, nah, I'm supposed to have Jordans when it ain't nothing but a shoe. The whole purpose of the thing is to cover my damn feet. And that's the point I'm making. We done became so brainwashed in this world, we don't even realize the effects that it got on us, man. Because we lusted for things that we don't need, bro. All you need is a vehicle to get from A to B. I ain't gotta have no Mercedes. I understand it's a nice vehicle, but I got my truck. That's why I say people get it mistaken. I can have all of the things that everybody else got. I can make trips around the world. I can do all the same things. I got the potential, the ability. I done had the opportunities placed in front of. It's what I choose, though. I choose to be simple because I understand the system. I ain't trying to build or grow or do nothing in their system. You know what I'm saying? I already know at the drop of a dime, if I go do anything, they can do whatever the hell they want as long as I'm registered to them. They can do what they want. They can come knock on my door, take my kids. They can arrest me. I can talk shit and try to fight back, but come on, bro. I can't whoop 10 police officers. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. They
can come confiscate your shoelaces.
They won't. Everything we got is an illusion of freedom. If I was really free, I would be able to do what the hell I want, when I want, how I want. If I was really free, I would be able to sit in my front yard, butt naked, smoking crack, if that's what I choose to do, because I would be free. As long as I'm not bothering or hurting nobody, I would be able to do what I want, but we can't. We not free. You purchase a house. You pay your money for it. Your name is on the title. You got a lease and a mortgage for your house, but let your grass go too long, and the HOA gonna be like, hey, bro, you need to cut your grass. Go try to set a pool up or build a fence or do an addition to your crib and see what the HOA or the neighborhood or the zoning committee say about what you're doing. Have too much in front of your house that you see what I'm saying? You ain't free.
You ain't nowhere to live free.
Bruh, the government, the state did it to me the other day. They putting in a new internet system out here in my neighborhood. Them jokers came and dug up. My boys outside cutting my yard, my damn yard, my house, and they digging up the front yard to dig their court. You know what I'm saying? I don't own that shit.
Y'all
they come do what they want to do. Yeah, they done already put it in. They done dug my yard up.
Fiber, bro.
Yeah, we got all that out here now, man.
Man, bro. Hey, we gotta watch. Hey, gotta watch, man. You know what that Google Fiber is, right, bruh, man? That's putting everybody on the same network, man, bruh, to make it easier to watch.
Bruh, I had a dude show up at my house today to put in a new power box.
Man, exactly.
They've been watching me since I've been doing these videos and stuff. That's why I say the world think we crazy out here. They know exactly who we is and what's going on. Man, I've been getting so much surveillance and so many people watching from the time since we've been doing what we doing now, man. And it's been crazy. But I'm gonna keep pushing this message. That's why they wanted to put the message out about this being fake.
It's fake.
See, when people look, let's read a little more, bro. Go ahead. Yeah. Let's read a little more. This because I'm gonna read a little what we did earlier, so people will get the full lay down. This is what he said. We lay down the following principles for long-range comprehensive economic planning. Both horse and niggers are no good to the economy in the wild or natural state. Both must be broken and tied together for orderly production. Special and particular attention must be paid to the female and the youngest offspring. Now, notice he said this is long-term comprehensive economic planning. This ain't for the day, like we said earlier. This is for long-term. Pay attention. He said, just like the horse, the nigga got to be broken. Breaking them, you got to pay attention to the female and the youngest. We're going to explain why. He said the female and the youngest, they both must be taught to respond to a peculiar new language, psychological instruction of containment. Now, they said they got to be taught a new language for psychological and physical instruction to be contained, must be created for both. He said, because just like the wild horse, a wild or natural nigger is dangerous if they get captured, for they'll have a tendency to seek freedom. Because in their natural state, in other words, they know who they are naturally.
We know what we're
so you see what I'm saying? So because they know who they are naturally, there's no way you can bind them and they gonna cooperate. They're not gonna just willingly do your bidding and be your slave. He said, and this why y'all having problem, why so many of them dying, y'all having rebellions. He said, but I got this method. I'm gonna break y'all down and I'm gonna show y'all how to get them right. He say, I'm gonna show you how to get them right so that he said, what I'm gonna do, he said, I'm gonna show you how, he said, because in this natural state they will not work. He said, but if they are broken from one form of mental life to another, he said, you got to keep the body, take the mind. break their will to resist. Now look how deep this is. We saying it ain't real. People trying to say it's fake, but he's saying they specifically using psychology and saying it's psychological. He said we got to break their mental life, their mental capacity. Go ahead, boss. I'm sorry.
Yo, Jay, this is what we gonna do.
Yes, sir.
Right now, post a link to Jay Free's channel where we are live. We are simulcasting right now.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna post a link to his channel. Now, if you wanna hear the rest of this broadcast of the breakdown of the Willie Lynch letters, you're gonna have to come over to Jay Free's channel and sub and come over because I'm gonna shut this down now. I hope you motherfuckers follow instructions very well. Real Game Radio fans, we want to finish this show. We're going to finish this show on Jay Free's channel. I just posted the link in the playback, so just in case y'all get over here quick enough to come see the show. We are finishing this Willie Lynch breakdown on Jay Free's channel. We are also live on Jay Free's channel right now. So meet us over there. I'm shutting this down right now.
All right, blessing.
Peace.
All right. Well, so where we was at? We was right here where he said that it's a psychology. He said that you got to break them from the mental life. Notice he said you got to keep the body but take the mind. They were full aware of what they were doing. He said you have to break the will to resist. The breaking process to both for the same for the horse and the nigga. He said it's a little slightly in degrees. And now notice, watch this though. He said, and this is in bold print in the printout. It says you must keep your eyes and thoughts on the female and the offspring. Nigga.
Yeah.
And then he says, pay little attention to the original generation of breaking. Pay little attention to the first gen. In other words, don't worry about Kunta.
Exactly.
Kunta, we understand Kunta still got that run in him because Kunta still know who Kunta is. So Kunta still know, you got to cut Toby foot. He said his name was Toby, but he still want to run because he still know who he is. He said, but in the process of breaking, say don't focus on Toby. But later on down the line, by the time we get the kids or somebody down there, we gonna be done broken. He said, so you gotta pay. He said, notice, he said, pay a little attention to the generation of original breaking, but concentrate on future generations. If you break the female mother, the offspring in its earlier years of development, she will break them. And when the offspring is old enough to work, she will deliver it up to you. For her normal, now watch this key word, normal, her normal female protective tendencies will have been lost in the original breaking process.
Hey, that's deep. That's deep.
If you break the female,
one more time.
If you break her, she'll break the offspring in his early years of development. So when he is old enough to work, she will deliver it up to you. Why? Because her normal protective tendencies will have been lost in the original breaking process. In other words, she knows not to offer a child up to be your slave. But once you break her, her fear will now change to where you done what you said to reverse the mind. Now, watch this for a minute. What he say? You have to completely break the female horse until she becomes gentle. That way you or anybody can ride her in her comfort. He said, so you train the female horse where she'll eat out your hands. And then in turn, she'll train her infant horse to eat out your hand also. And so what he said, the nigga and break them. Now watch this. I'm reading and then we're going to break it. He said, when it comes to breaking the uncivilized nigga, use the same process, but vary the degree and step up the pressure so as to do a, watch this, complete reversal of the mind.
Complete reversal.
They saying that the Willie Lynch letter is not real, but they're telling us right here that everything we dealing with is psychological. We putting this plan into play, and we don't want it to. We understand it's not going to affect Kunta, but for the generations on down the line, this will affect them. And what we have to do, what he said earlier on, was we have to teach them a peculiar new language psychologically, and we have to keep the body but take their mind. You see what I'm saying? And he said we're going to break them all the way down, and we're going to do a complete reversal of the mind. Complete reversal. Now, what he said was we're going to take the biggest, baddest nigga, and we're going to tie him, we're going to beat him to almost death, just barely death, but not quite. And then we're going to tar him, feather him, tie all 4 of his limbs to a separate end of a horse, and we're going to set him on fire. And then we're going to tap the horses to yank him apart. So we're going to do this in front of everybody, out in public, and for every other nigga. And then we're going to take all the other remaining niggas, and we're going to beat all of them to almost death. And we're going to make all of the women and children watch this. Watching this, now they will develop a fear. And so now the men that still ain't broken, kill them. He says, take the female and run a series of tests to see if she gonna submit to your desires willingly. Test her in every way because she is the most important factor. So what he does is he beats this nigga, and he destroy and tear us down. So now we look at our society, the system that we exist in, and how the black man has been emasculated from the beginning. How we've been stripped. They take away our ability to provide. You understand what I'm saying? They reverse the role of the woman so that she's in front now and we in the back. And that's all in here. So exactly how they want it. They said when in complete submission, she would train her offspring in the early years to submit to labor when they become of age. We have reversed the relationship uncivilized state. She would have had a strong dependency on the uncivilized male. And she would have limited, in other words, they say we are now, because of this breaking process, she gonna train the child up, and when he old enough, prepared for you. It says by the time that the child is the age of 16, he will be sound and ready for work. Now, I throw that out there because they specifically say this. Now, what we fail to realize and don't understand is this how this plays in our system right now today. Because right now today, our school system, for example, which is our training ground for this slavery, for this psychological slavery, the school system, which is the training ground, you know what I'm saying, which teaches us to walk in a single file line and to say yes, sir, and no, ma'am, and to follow instructions and orders. The school system, notice, it's illegal. You have to go to school until you're 16.
Yeah.
Before, you know what I'm saying, it's illegal for you to not go to school. My son got straight A's. I'm talking about JC got straight A's. He's on honor roll. And he in honor classes, but he missed some. He missed classes. You know what I'm saying? And I got a letter saying that if he missed so many more days, that I'm in danger of going to jail. Even though he got straight A's, but because of his attendance, you see what I'm saying? They're not even paying attention to the grades. It's the order. It's the fact that they rules and laws say we got to keep tabs on him till he's 16, so we know where he at. So we got our school to prison pipeline all in order in effect. So the law, the rules of the Willie Lynch is being played out right here in front of us. This is what we're saying. It's right here in front of us. You see what I'm saying? And so, of us, man, this stuff is being played out and we're not paying no attention. He said that we're going to reverse the role and take the woman from being dependent on the male and make her now be dependent upon us. Now she'll look at the husband or look at the man with disdain. This is what he said. Nature, by burning and pulling a civilized nigger apart and bullwhipping the others to the point of death. We did this all in her presence. Now, by her being left alone, unprotected, with the male image destroyed, the ordeal caused her to move from her psychologically dependent state to a frozen, independent state. In this frozen psychological state of independence, she will now raise her male and female offspring in reversed roles. For fear of the young male's life, she will psychologically train him to be mentally weak and dependent, but physically strong. She has become psychologically independent. She would train her female offsprings to be psychologically independent. What have you got? You got the nigger woman out front and the nigger man behind and scared. This is the perfect situation of sound sleep and economics. Before the breaking process, we had to be alertly on guard at all times. Now we can sleep soundly, for out of a frozen fear, his own woman now stands guard for us. He can't even get past her. A nigga boy reaches the age of 16, like I said, he is soundly broken in and ready for a long life of sound and efficient work and the reproduction of a unit of good labor force.
Indeed.
I mean, it's all right. Look where we at right now. This is where we at right now. The male, the female, in our community, the female. Now, when we say scared, people got to understand when we talk. We ain't saying you scared. I ain't scared of nobody. Ain't nobody. We not saying.
But we are scared of everybody. We only people we're not. The people that we're not fearful of is our brothers who look just like us.
Bruh, that's what we. LA, you just hit it, because you and I both know where we from. I done seen, and I done been in these streets all over the U.S. I done seen some niggas, bruh, that I done seen some cats that scare you in the sense that when they drinking or something, you don't know what they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? They liable to pop off over somebody blinking too hard. But I done seen these same cats and talk to them or look at them or do something crazy to them out of this unconscious respect for this white person. You see what I'm saying? That's ridiculous, man. So like you is what we just said. We've been trained to be mentally weak. Us lashing out each other, that's part of the separation that was created here to keep us against each other. But when it comes to standing for something that really means something, that's when we weak and we in the back and we quiet. That's the only time it counts. Anybody can stand up and, fight for. I mean, hell, if you shooting at me, of course I'm gonna defend myself. But we talking about standing up. We talking about how many people are gonna walk up to their boss at the job tomorrow and say something that could possibly cause them to lose their job. See what I'm saying? And this is what we talking about. The whole purpose of this, bro, slavery. What we in today. What people need to pay attention to. The Willie Lynch letter was not about shackles and chain slavery. It was about what we exist in today. This was written to prepare us for the psychological slavery that we in today. So the letter, whether you say it was real or whether it was fake or whatever, the evidence, the proof is in the pudding, baby. You know what I'm saying?
All the way. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. That's why I had to shut up. Let you get some attention in there.
I had to make sure because I had switched microphones. But yeah.
Throw your 10 cents in there.
Man, it's definitely evident, bro, because it's just how we look at ourselves, man. We don't uplift the love and the peace. Just look at knowledge. Like you was talking about the school system. When you are in the school system and you're different, especially in the black community, different as far as you into your studies and stuff, you look down upon. You know what I'm saying? You talked about you lying. You know what I'm saying? You selling dope. You cool. From young, you 13, 12, 11 years old, selling dope, poisoning your brothers and sisters. This is what's cool.
And you talk that it's cool.
You know what I'm saying? This is glorified. You know what I'm saying? Not
this what we talk.
Nothing uplifting yourself and trying to like energy and all that type of stuff. That's not nowhere near talked about in school unless you're talking about some science. Forget that. I'm talking about the energy within. But that's not talked about in school. Agriculture, you know what I'm saying? They talk about it, but they don't teach it. They don't teach you how to grow your own food. They don't teach you how to real deal live on your own and become the human being you're supposed to be. So therefore, right there, you should know in your mind that it's conflicted out here, man. Like when you was talking
Real
about
talk, bro.
King.
From every aspect of the game, even to religion, to entertainment.
Yeah.
Entertainment, the most entertaining comedic thing is to make fun of a black person.
Real talk.
When you go to religion, when you praise an entities, they're white.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that teaches self-hate. So in every aspect, every aspect of everything, we glorify killing each other. They've made us believe it's cool to kill each other.
Real talk, man.
They really have.
I mean, seriously, that's the road we on right now. And I'm telling people the answer is to get all these people to understand you've been fooled. Nobody likes to play the
That's
fool.
it.
Real
That's
talk,
it,
man.
bro.
It's crazy how the cops will pull a gun on you and you're gonna put your hands up, but your brother put a gun on you and you're gonna pull
You gonna fire back.
out. I'm talking about no hesitation. None.
And look, not to cut you, but as you mentioned that, that's what I said to a brother before. The consequences the same.
Exactly.
Shooting a cop or shooting a brother, murder is murder. The consequences is the same. So what you scared of against that, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Your life is on the line. Your life is on the line.
Real talk, man. Real talk. But we don't. It's what we were saying a little bit ago when LA said it's the conditioning, man. We are mentally weak.
Psychological hold.
That's what it is, man. It's the fact that we hold them in a higher standard than ourselves. It's identity crisis. Because when I look at myself on the inside, I don't see my own worth. I don't see the worth in my brother. Because if I know who I am, then ain't no way I can destroy the king that's sitting next to me as well. You see what I'm saying? But when I don't know who I am, I don't really care about myself. And that's why I said identity crisis earlier, because everything outward is what I use to measure myself. You see what I'm saying? And so it's what you just said. We've been taught from young in our hoods. We taught money, clothes, cars, hoes. You know what I'm saying? Is what make me the man. You know what I'm saying? And everything else is irrelevant. You know what I mean? Like we don't come from the community where we was encouraged to be smart and get good grades and try to. That ain't what we was encouraged. You know what I'm saying? We was encouraged to get money, get bitches. You know what I'm saying? And so it's that false teaching. And so now we still everything.
I think you better get over to the chat room, Jay. Yeah, you might have to make me a moderator or something, man.
Man, what's going on?
I'm looking. Hey, I can't see.
Post the link. Post the link in the your link to the live in the chat.
This is me and Jay Free chat. It's everything over in Jay Free chat.
Post the link.
It ain't showing me
live. Post the link in the group chat right here.
All right.
It ain't showing me. To list. Let me see. It's showing me something I need to enter in order to see the comments.
All right.
There you go.
I clicked on it.
It's a motherfucker that talking shit, man. He said, He said three white black males, real men build. We don't whine on social media, bum niggas.
I don't. Where did he say? I'm looking. I promise, I'm looking.
Ain't nobody whining. You know what I'm saying? We really just hitting the baby surface, man.
Real talk.
It's too. Come on. It could get
ain't nobody whining, man. We talking about the real deal. What's going on out here in our community? The ills that we face and the issues, and it ain't even from a personal perspective. It's from a community perspective. So anybody that can't understand that, to me, that's ignorance. Because on the personal level, I'm eating, I'm cool. You see what I'm saying? But on the community level, my people is affected on a regular basis. You see what I mean? So I can be a coon and take advantage of being light-skinned and good-looking and being able to articulate, having some education, and I could go be a coon and go make, $60, $70, $80, $100,000 a year. I can kiss ass and do all of that in the slave system, but fit me when I know the system and what I'm up against. So I ain't worried about my personal. I'm worried about my whole community, because when we get to these truths we talking about and wake up and get out of this psychological programming and stop challenging it, then we'll have more power than what we even can imagine we thinking about right now. See, we worried about having an iPhone, but our ancestors was the iPhone. See, they build the pyramids using this power up here in this dome. You see what I'm saying? They understood the real science and the laws of nature. They understood telekinesis and so on and so forth. We ignorant out here. We don't let these clowns fool us to think we need a telephone and a laptop. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't know how to use our psychokinesis, and we don't know how to use different. We out of metaphysics. You see what I'm saying? We don't understand the science. So it's about this truth that's out here. We've been lied to. We've been duped. We've been hoodwinked and bamboozled. Ain't nobody crying. We talking about the truth, and we trying to wake ignorant people up.
That's it. I made a video a long time ago called "Smart Dummies." So basically, if you a straight A student, your indoctrination is thicker than everybody else's. So you actually dumber than everybody else by becoming smarter than everybody else in the system that wants to dumb you down.
Break them down, and the higher your education level within their system is, the higher your indoctrination in their system. So a PhD ain't always necessarily good, depending on where you got it from. You see what I'm saying? Exactly, depending on where you got it from. Real talk. I'm saying some, like, you know, Dr. Phil Valentine. I mean, I know he conscious. I know Dr. Umar conscious, but some doctors is ignorant. You see, you understand what I'm saying? Some people got an education within the system because they were aware of what they was doing. Some people was just doing it because they was in the system, and this was, like we say, they was looking outward, trying to get their accreditation so they could accomplish, so they could live the life of the system. And if that's what they did, then what we talking about is really ludicrous to them, because ain't no way you gonna tell a coon doctor, a coon, you know what I'm saying, lawyer, a coon, you know, nurse or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gonna tell them that they a slave to the system because they driving a nice car, living in a nice house. You can't tell me that. You just the coon. You the coon, nigga. You complaining instead of getting off your ass and going and do something. Man, kick rocks with that. I'm cool. Like I say, I'm living. We talking about the system that if your coon ass is affecting all of us.
That's why we need you to break down them letters so that people can understand what this type of mentality. How far are we up into the letters, man? The letters is breaking down where this shit originated at, how it's being re-educated down to our people, trickling down generation to generation, and actually getting worse.
Look, man, when you break it down, like you said, bro, this is what they said after the process. They said we reversed nature by burning and pulling a civilized nigga apart and bull whipping him to the point of death in the woman's presence. Now, because she feels left alone, she feels unprotected, and now the male image have been tarnished and destroyed. Now remember our development. See what I'm saying? We talking about growing up, and we talking about all that they did to the black male, all of this that they did, but we talking about now how it transpires into where we at today in our ignorance. So now women, we got our women in our community telling us that we ain't men. See what I'm saying? We don't know how to be a man because the master done beat us and bull whipped us to the point where we can't get nothing. And now women's rights, more women had a better job making more money than it is men. You see what I'm saying? Because this is the order that the master said. He said we put the woman in the front, and now we got the nigga male in the back scared. So we failing to realize how these rules was implemented. You see what I'm saying? Because now this image is destroyed. It's just like when they would get a woman food stamps and welfare, you know what I'm saying, long as the daddy was in the house. You see what I'm saying? So now the woman is, what is that? Our image is, you wouldn't give me a job, so I can't make no money for my family. But now you're gonna give my family a project crib, some food stamps, some powdered milk and government cheese, and a couple dollars on the you know, worth of cash or whatever. And she can get this, but she got to make sure I ain't in the crib. So that's them feeding the female horse out of the hands, so to say, and training the young. So now the woman grows up telling the little boy, don't you say nothing to master. You just go to school and just get good grades and just say yes and no, and you do what you're supposed to do so you can get a good job. You see what I'm saying? And the whole while she growing up being the woman to the white man, you know, willing to let him sleep with her and step on her and go back to his woman just as long as she knows she is all right. She gonna be able to eat and her baby's gonna be safe and they not gonna suffer what the male niggas suffer. And this is what We suffer from right now today.
Because you
This
know
why
what?
we struggling.
I want to implement this in there because basically, okay, back in the day, the black woman would go fuck the master and fuck over her husband. You know what I'm saying? And go back to him. Now, instead of fucking the master, the welfare system is the master. That's because they getting fucked. Think about it. They living with. They have normalized being in poverty and accepted that in exchange for their black man in the prosperity of their family. So they basically, when they fuck with welfare, they still fucking the white man because they getting fucked.
Real talk, bro.
Real talk right there.
Real talk. That's what it is. That's what it is about, and that's the image. So what he said, and now that's how they raise them up. So this where we at, man. We in this right where we at, in this fucked up position psychologically. And so the world is looking out, I guess you would say, and people looking at us saying we crazy for talking about it. But look at it, man. And like I say, I watched this movie, and on the movie, they had the nerve to say, oh, that ain't real, blah, blah, blah. We making excuses, man. This is psychological. That's why we said the truth. You will know the truth, and the truth will make you free. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta desire this truth first, though. You know what I'm saying? The truth have an activity that's attached to it. It's got a responsibility to set you free, but it don't come easy. You got to choose to want truth. It's something that you make up in your own mind to say that, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to overlook what I feel and what I think and what my opinion is, and I'm going to dig and search until I get to where I know that what I'm dealing with is the truth, to where it agrees with my spirit, you know what I'm saying, and to where I can actually confirm the details of what it is that I'm saying I believe, because we've been duped, lied, and mistreated, man. And we steady falling for the banana in the tailpipe out of ignorance, pure ignorance.
Hey man, you speaking the truth, real talk. Pure ignorance, man. But a lot of people scared of the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
They don't really want to open their mind because they too complacent. It's definitely easier to live the lie. It's easier to exist in the society and not try to seek the truth or try to gain sovereignty. Try to, you know what I'm saying, exist outside of it. Promote building our own businesses, promote more black entrepreneurs and things like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's definitely easier. I'm finna go get this job. I don't care what you talking about. Yeah, you might be telling the truth. You might be saying something. You might be hitting on something. But I'm finna go to work in the morning. I got bills. I got car notes. I got mouths to feed. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's broken
Yes,
down. Lazy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We don't want to utilize everything that we got, our capability.
LA just made a show the other day, said you so lazy you went and got a job. And that's what you just said pretty much. You know what I'm saying? That's what the boy. I mean, but look, like I say, if people would read this in between the lines, go back and listen to what the parts that we read and what it was said. Like I say, this wasn't even concerning the slavery of shackles and chains. This was meant for us. This was meant to be a psychological bondage to keep us in check to where we would no longer resist. And this is where we at. This is where we at. We are slaves. They killing us on TV every day. You know what I'm saying? They doing crazy stuff. The laws we know are oppressed against us. We know they're going. It's people that go. It's enough people that have been to college and have gotten a college education that know that didn't have nothing to do. It's so many college educated people that don't got a regular job and what they were educated in as black folk, and we still passing on to our kids, telling them education is the key. I mean, this is what I'm saying. How is education in the system that you know is fucked up? How is that the key? If you know the education system fucked you and didn't teach you, and you know it's teaching the same bullshit, how is that the key to keep teaching that to your kids? How is that the key? How is education the key? If the system is designed to be focused on economics, even though economics should not matter, because what are you paying for? Nothing. But I'll get to that. But if the system is based on economics to separate and divide us, and we know that if I got a social security number, a birth certificate, a driver's license, and all these different certificates and things, I know that I'm registered with the UCC Commission, and I understand that I'm registered to the United States Corporation of America. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that I'm not a free entity, that I have a straw man that's against me. I mean, and we know all of these things, but yet we still existing. We're not trying to claim our sovereignty. We're not trying to create a sovereign community. We're not trying to completely separate from the bullshit system. We steady trying to recreate and rebuild within the same system. Like I said earlier, just because you can eat TV and use the cell, just because you can watch TV and eat inside of a fucking prison cell, don't mean that you free. You still locked up. I want to be free completely. I don't want to enjoy luxuries inside of the penitentiary. I want to be out of the penitentiary. You see what I'm saying? We trying to be like the mob boss in the pen, you know what I'm saying? To where I got a flat screen TV, I'm cooking food, and I can get a broad to come by once a month just because I got enough money. But nigga, you still locked up in the penitentiary. You still don't enjoy the full luxury of freedom. Is you kidding? And this how ignorant and stupid we is, that we see the ignorance around us. We see the system. We see we bound. We see it's fucked up for us as black people, but we still want to try to figure out how we can exist and reside within it. We can't. The system is doing exactly what it was designed to do, and it's going to do exactly what it was designed to do, and it's up to us to wake the hell up and do something about it. We got to come out of the bondage on our own. It's up to us, man. It's simple.
It's definitely simple, man. If we don't break the shackles ourselves, they ain't gonna unlock the locks. They ain't gonna put the key in the locks and say, "Here y'all go, y'all free." We gotta break them all. We got the power to break them, but it goes back to, man, we just the Willie Lynch.
Look at the letter. Look at the letter. The letter gives a detailed. The letter gives a detailed description of what's going on in our community psychologically. And so if we look at it, that means we got a blueprint for how to correct the problems. Exactly. That means we can get that means the female needs to be willing to accept this truth and get back in her rightful place. Yeah. That means the male needs to understand the misconceptions and concepts that we got. You see what I'm saying? So ultimately, it's basically what I was saying in the other show. It's identity crisis. It's the culture. Like you said, we dealing with a culture. White supremacy is a culture. Racism is the tool that they use within the system that they created. Racism, white supremacy, a power structure that created a culture in which we now reside and exist. And so it's up to us to change the culture, period, point blank. That's what it is. It's up to us to change the culture. So we have to dictate and decide what's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's up to us to reestablish what community is. It's up to us to get back to love. If we understand that they done used what we say fear, distrust, envy, it's all right here, then it's up to us to start back learning to get over fear. It's time for us to start readdressing and getting back to trust. It's time for us to get back to stop hating and get back to loving each other. You see what I'm saying? And how we deal with that? By truth. The truth will make you free. The truth says, I ain't gonna go off what I feel. I ain't gonna use my own personal bias, but I'm gonna deal with things from an absolute truth. That means I'm gonna accept my flaws and my faults, and I'm gonna accept your flaws and your faults. And now we're gonna come together and work on the build on the positive that we got in common together that we can build on. Is you black? Yeah, you black. Is you fucked up out here because you black? Yeah. Guess what? Is it more of us than it is them? Yeah. So guess what? Let's stop fighting each other. And let's come together. Let's put aside our differences so we can face the real enemy, man, and go on and overcome them. And this is where we're sitting at today. So like I say, we saying one thing, but you got the boule coming out throwing out other things. You know, Malcolm came with one message, and then they sent Martin to come with, they sent King to come with another message. You feel what I'm saying? And once King woke up,
exactly.
But they still use his image. You see what I'm saying? They ain't gonna teach Malcolm in school, but they're gonna teach King in school. And what do they always say when they talk about King? Nonviolent. Jesus. nonviolent Jesus, nonviolent Christian, and that's what they want all of you to be, is nonviolent Christian.
Facts.
So you'll take it, be a nonviolent Christian. Worry about your reward after you die. You'll get some bullshit. You'll get heaven. You know, suffer with me, you will reign later. That's bullshit, man. That's not the truth, man. Their own book even say that I give you the promise, which is the not only of that which is to come, but that which is even now. That's what is in the book. It's in their Bible. It's in there. That's the words in there. But like I say, they claim to follow a Jesus without even understanding the Christ. They don't understand the Yeshua. You see what I'm saying? And so all of these truths is all entailed in it. This is the process of brainwashing, man. This is how they got us tricked and duped out here, bro.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna. Hey, no, I'm just. Hey, that's all I wanted to hit, man. It's it's been crazy out here with me. Like I say, that's been troubling on my heart, man, because you can see the details of the Willie Lynch right in our face, and you can see that it's a blueprint for how we could correct some of the issues that we got in the community, but people don't want to adhere to it. And so I just wanted to talk about it, man. And
man, you know I love to hear you talk about that Willie Lynch, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that thing go. I just was reading it this morning. Like I say, I watched the movie last night.
So, cause you know the homeboy Gator just got killed the other day. That's a perfect
example. Man, I heard about that. Yes, sir. Somebody hating or something?
They try to rob him. It's hate.
That's what I'm saying, man.
That's how we think about it. That goes right back to Willie Lynch. They separate us by age, color, rich, poor. Poor motherfucker trying to rob somebody who got more than him. That's
somebody with some money. You feel? That's it right there, man.
That's it.
That's it. Instead of being on the common ground, because see, the common ground of the community. Remember when it was a community, everybody was really just based on everybody put their part in. You know what I'm saying? And you just was who you was. Like if somebody was better than you, they just was better than you. It wouldn't know. I ain't mad at you for being better than me because I'm still as good as I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with being as good as I am. I ain't got to be better than you long as I'm as good as I am. But see, what I said is difficult for a lot of people. Because see, as I am, you got to understand, that means I could be the worst nigga in the gym. But what I'm saying is I'm comfortable with me, so I'm just as good as I am. And I'm cool with that. We got this conflict in personality, like we said, through this Willie Lynch, bro, where everybody competing. We are, when you talk about separation, you talking about competing. So that's why I say we be dealing with identity issues, man. It's just like the abused woman, you know what I'm saying? Like you can let somebody beat and abuse them is because of her own self. You know what I'm saying? Because she feel like I ain't nothing. Lose everybody already, you know. How she feel within herself, like I'm worthless, I ain't nothing, blah, blah, blah. She may not say it, but in order for her to be promiscuous and do the stuff that she do, that means that within her self-worth is devalued. You see what I'm saying? So that's why she allowed what she allowed. That's what it's identity crisis, man.
All I'm gonna say is we definitely had an identity crisis, man. Yeah. If we can't realize that, look, I'm gonna break it down on a simple level, just a simple level. I know how to sell dope and get this money. This nigga right here, he broke his head. He be around every day. I see him every day. Why we don't just at that simple level? Why you don't put him on? Why you don't try to teach? Why you don't teach him how to cook the dope and sell some dope? Yo, brother, why you want to sell that? That's just simple. You don't. That's not what you're supposed to do. But that's just simply saying, don't nobody try to reach out and teach nobody nothing, because we automatically train to think, hey, I got to be better than the next nigga. I don't got to be better than the next white person, the next Chinese, the next Mexican.
Ah,
I gotta
ooh,
be
you
better
just hit
than the
something
next.
good.
I gotta be better than
Nigga.
the nigga.
Feel like I ain't even competing with them. I'm competing with only the niggas next to
Right.
me. Ooh, that's heavy, bro. That's heavy. So I ain't even trying to be the, and I like you said that, bro, because you just hit on the whole reason why what I said about the color, why we don't focus on it. Because if I'm just focusing on being black and I ain't trying to be the best me I can be, I'm me. So I'm good because I'm good, not because I'm black. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a reality too. Everybody ain't a damn king and queen. I mean, it's impossible. If everybody was a king and queen, then what was your kingdom? Because you know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
everybody ain't a king and a queen. But like I said before, we know how the rabbit hole goes. So ultimately, you know what I'm saying? We know that the rabbit hole goes deep. So we ain't just dealing with being, we dealing with species. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's again for another show, man. But hey, the Willie Lynch is deep, bro. So hey, you had something else you wanted to share with the people?
Hey, it don't even matter, man. You still got six people watching.
Good people, I can't see no chat, so I don't know who out there viewing.
Still 6 people on here with us. We got profile buyers, middle management, gatekeepers. Malcolm destroyed the nation of Islam. What? Come on.
Malcolm destroyed the nation of Islam. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's heavy.
But at the same time, I have seen some research. I don't know how true it is that the nation of Islam is just something like the boule. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh. That's all I was finna say was when you dig in and do the research, that's why I be saying, man, we real deal got to understand what we up against, man. It's psychological warfare. It's people that don't mean us no benefit and no good, and just because they got our skin color don't mean that. Malcolm didn't destroy the nation. From what I gather and understand in my research, that's why Malcolm left the nation, was because once Malcolm began to real deal understand the truths and understand the hierarchy, how it worked, the aristocracy, and understood the political connections and ties that was tied into the nation, you know what I'm saying? Then he began to separate and distance himself. Malcolm was 100% activist. Malcolm was 100% against destroying the system and the power elite. And so Malcolm's conflict with the nation was once he realized that that wasn't the nation's full goal. The nations was given an illusion of creating separate nation, but they weren't. What they was doing was creating. The nation was creating its own nation, but notice its own nation doesn't fight against the nation. The nation don't fight the enemy. You see what I'm saying? The nation looks good. They pretty in their suits and bow ties, and they pretty, you know. Farrakhan is eloquent when he delivers a word. You know, it was awesome to bring 1 million people to the White House for the march. All of that's beautiful, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, ain't shit been done for the people. I ain't talking about the community. I'm talking about the people. See, I'm talking about the community, don't get me wrong, but when I say ain't shit been done for the people, this man had enough influence to get 2 million plus people come to the White House, and he ain't do shit. If I had 2 million people to follow me to the White House, I guarantee you we ain't leaving out that some bitch till some change happen. I ain't coming away with no damn banners and flags. See what I'm saying? This is real. We up against the system. System torn down. So when I get enough people with this mentality and understanding, we tearing the system down. We ain't trying to recreate and rebuild within it. We destroying it. We eliminating y'all system because it ain't right. It's unequal. You know what I'm saying? And then we gonna reestablish a system of equality and justice and peace and righteousness, where every man earns by the sweat of his brow and is judged by the content of his character and the nature and intent of his heart, and not based on his financial status. You see what I'm saying? But you are earned based on what you do and what you bring to the table, what you contribute, and you won't be separated or neglected based on where you came from or based on the skin color. You see what I'm saying? You won't have a presupposed or a predisposition set before you. Malcolm ain't destroyed the nation. Shit for us. Excuse my French, but we public saying it. What the nation done, man? Feeding a couple people. I come out the church. Hell, the church is feeding people too. Churches giving homeless people clothes. What I want to change homeless person some shoes and some clothes. Excuse my French. But what I'm talking about is why is it more vacant houses than it is homeless people. See what I'm saying? So I'm talking about correcting the issue. See what I'm saying? We talking about feeding people because they starving, but you can go to any restaurant or grocery store, and I guarantee you're going to find more throw it away food than you find people that say they're hungry. There's people out here walking, but it's car lots full of cars. It's way more than enough cars. We paying for water. And in Flint, it ain't even clean still. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to build nothing in this system. This system ain't did nothing for us. We talking about tearing down and reestablishing a system of equality and justice and peace, man, and righteousness. The nation ain't done nothing for us. The nation ain't no different than they and one of them celebrities. They got millions of dollars that ain't done nothing for us. The nation, Michael Jordan, far as I care.
Real talk.
I love to hear Farrakhan deliver some eloquent speeches, and I'll be listening to him, and they be on point. But I just want to see the action.
Real talk, bro.
Because we was on the White House porch, we was on the lawn, and I was there looking to see what was going to happen. Because we went with the saying "justice or else." Wasn't that what the motto was when we went? Justice or else. And all I heard was a bunch of talking.
A whole bunch
about what we gonna do.
Bruh, look,
what we gonna do.
Bro, listen.
We gonna do. We already was here. We was already 2, 3, whatever million strong. We already here. Let's get it cracked right now.
You got these random people out there talking about this jibber jabber.
And all we did is went back home to do. All we did is came back home and more niggas got killed.
Niggas went out there specifically to hustle. They out there selling t-shirts, selling water, trying to get money. Because they know
real talk, man.
Out there.
This what I'm saying, man.
Niggas
this what I'm saying.
Going to the event. Oh,
this what I'm saying, man.
Black Power t-shirts.
This what we saying, bro. We talking about real life out here, man.
People instead of going to keep the shit away.
What we saying, man. See, we gotta wake up and open up our mind, man. We gotta see things from the proper perspective. We lost, like I say, we in the system and we trying to establish in the system. Like I say, we in prison. And instead of trying to figure out how to get out of the penitentiary because we being unlawfully held, instead we just trying to figure out how we can get a TV and a phone so we can just make our stay more comfortable. I'm trying to get out the joint, bro. I ain't trying to make my stay comfortable when I'm out of place. I'm a crab in the barrel. I ain't trying to be in the barrel. Let me up out of here. I'm trying to knock. It's enough of us to knock this on bitch down. We ain't got to keep crawling at each other, fighting each other, trying to get out. The couple of crabs that made it out of here, you stingy some bitches need to go get some sticks and come back and help build a stick or something, or build a tree or something for us to climb out. You feel what I'm saying?
Real talk. Go ahead, bro.
I ain't gonna never become. And this is what I'm saying. People say we wrong, bro. Look, I'm in the studio. You in your studio. If I had the money, excuse me, to invest in building my own studio, and you can only see part of it. I got multiple screens, mics. I got all kind of stuff here. This is my laptop. I just can't move my laptop because my video camera over there recording me live. This is my laptop. You see what I'm saying? And all I'm just saying is, bro, it ain't about me. People is ignorant. I ain't trying to be comfortable in the penitentiary. You see what I'm saying? So this ain't about me. That's what I'm saying. I can eat. I'm cool. I'm eating. I know how to eat. I know how to hustle. I know how to work. I'm educated. I got all of that going for me. So I can eat. I'm surviving with no problem. But it ain't about me. It's about I'm in the penitentiary around me. And I ain't trying to be comfortable while I'm in this joint. Y'all want me to be comfortable and just shut up and roll with the flow. No. It ain't right, bro. I'm being unlawfully contained. Let me up out of here. Please. That's continuing to struggle and go through all that we go through without waking up to the system. Your job problems, your money issues, All of the issues, your issues with self-esteem and depression, all of the issues, crime, everything we deal with in our communities, all of it is attached to this system of psychological bondage, bro. Wake up to set ourselves free. That's all we got to do. Come to grips with these truths and dig in and grab them and realize that what we thought mattered don't matter. Your job don't matter. Your time matters.
A black nation will still need a government. They still in the comments, bro. We got still watching, bro. The black nation will still need a government. See, the government.
Agreed.
I feel you, but at the same time, man, we gotta understand it go deep, and you know it go deep, bro. All these letters, all these words, this is made up. A government is just a made up word that they put to say that this is what controls a nation. You know what I'm saying? The people control the nation, not no government. You know what I'm saying?
Independent, free people don't need governing body.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Independent, free-thinking society governs itself. Because we would exist in a society where there would be a standard of moral principles of righteousness, kind of like the 42 laws of Matt in ancient Kemet. See what I'm saying? We would exist within a spiritual system where we would be held to our own moral standard and structure. What we got to understand is all of the evil that exists around us now is not our natural. It's not our natural inclination. This has all been created by the system. This is what we saying. We separate.
Great. You're
fighting over shit that don't matter. People, we just talked about back home a brother that just got killed because somebody tried to rob him because he had more than what they had. But at the end of the day, ain't none one of us had nothing because the stuff that we got don't even matter like we think it does.
And look what we this one thing that I hate too. I hate this, bro. Real talk. Not even to go off the subject of what we're talking about right now, but talking about the government. But I hate how you live in the hood. This other nigga live in the hood too. Y'all grew up together. You know his family, y'all know each other's family. It's a small hood. Why is you robbing this nigga, man? He ain't got no more than you, and you know that. You know that. Just because he got some little extra money in his pocket, this nigga still struggling like you. He still staying in the hood. Obviously, he ain't got it like that. He can't get up out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So why?
This is what we, bro. This is what I've been saying. Underline identity crisis. It's identity crisis because I don't know who I am. I'm looking for outward things to satisfy me and to justify me and to validate who I am. Because this is what I've been taught by the system and this society is that I got to look outward for my validation. That was the whole purpose of the creation of their gods. You know what I'm saying? This is why they have you creating the outward image of God and not knowing the inner nature in the person because they don't want you to be in tune with self. To know thyself is to know God. The kingdom of God is within, but they don't want you in tune with that. So everything we dealing with is identity issues because everybody is looking for everything outward instead of looking inward. Period.
Bro, go to the share. Go to the share, bro. Oh, dude, trying to get in on the conversation on the comments. Go to the share so I can send the link to the YouTube.
Go to the share what?
Go to try to share the link to this to the Google Hangouts conversation.
Oh, you talking about to add somebody? Okay,
yeah.
I'm ready. I can type it in.
Hold on.
A little something.
It say prolific buyers.
Okay. Prolific buyers. B-U-Y-E-R.
B-U-Y-E-R-S. It got like a dude with an afro as a picture.
Yeah, I see him. Okay, I got you. I'm sending him the invite now.
All right. We got viewers going up, bro. We've been on for an hour, but we might as well keep it going strong, man. What the
people want to talk about, we gonna talk about it, man.
I'm telling you. Hey, we up there. I got it on my Facebook too. I'm sharing it on my Facebook.
Hey, we stream it, man. Stream it. Yes, sir.
See how I'm sharing it right here.
What's going on, brother?
What's good, brother?
Oh, hold on.
What's going on, dog? How you doing?
See you getting to the money.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, we can
sir.
hear-
Yes, sir.
I appreciate the link. How y'all brothers
Hey,
doing?
no doubt.
We all
Bless us,
good, bro. Live in peace.
If y'all don't do nothing else, you make people think. It's thought provoking.
Yeah.
Hey, well, thank you. Well, hey, and I'm on Blog Talk Radio. That's the name of the show. It's Outside the Box, man. That's what we do. That's all we trying to do is spark people's mind. We ain't trying to make nobody believe nothing or follow us. Or we just want people to start thinking and going and research. Just start Googling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just become conscious.
Something. You know what I'm saying? That's all we trying to do, man. Is get people to pay attention. You know what I mean? Because we know what we talking about, and we know where we got it from. So we just figure, hey, if people want to say we crazy and talk, hey, just go, please prove me wrong. Just go dig. And once you go in and start researching, the truth will come out on its own. That's how it happened for us.
Exactly.
And that's what we didn't have coming up is at the press of a button, you can learn anything. At the press of a button with
Man.
Google, you know, we used to have to go to the library and do that, what was that? That card?
Yes, sir.
Catalog.
Yeah, computer log with the index cards.
Exactly.
Yeah, the microfiche, and then you have to look at them cards for the damn book.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look for the number on the side of the book from the card and match the card with the numbers on the side of the book. And the whole, like you say, a whole library full of books. Hey,
Yeah.
that's all right.
But back then, people knew knowledge was power, so they was going to go seek. They was going through them card catalogs. Nowadays, money is power. So ain't nobody really trying to seek no knowledge on Google. They on Google trying to buy the thing on Amazon, trying to see what clothes they can buy, trying to see what cheap Jordans they can buy, trying to see who gets fights. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk. That's exactly what it's about. That's exactly what it's about, man.
Well, let me ask y'all. Do y'all believe in capitalism? That's the best form of economics?
No, what capitalism would probably be the worst form because it doesn't really do nothing. But a higher entity always has to be at the forefront. You know what I'm saying? You have to degrade people lower than you in order for capitalism to work. You getting people to spend whatever money they get in order for something at the top to gain more money. You capitalizing off people ignorance of buying stuff that's not even worthy.
But that's the basis for having your own corporation, your own LLC. I don't think if we were a communist nation or an autocratic society or whatever else, I don't think you can set your own corporation up and have free trade competition.
I definitely agree with you on that. But at the sense of performing a business and trying to maintain a business within your own community, you don't always have to focus on gaining the most money that you can. You know what I'm saying? You can spread knowledge and you can spread peace and positivity through other things and also gaining your money and putting people on also. You know what I'm saying? Not just trying to worry about you and your family and we good. You know what I'm saying? We got this business. All we worried about is getting this money. It's about building through the community also. And capitalism to me, it focuses a lot on the money. It don't really focus on trying to build the community too.
Yeah, it's on the individual. Yeah.
I mean, because if you got an economic power base, that's where it starts. That's where, like with Jewish people, who's that boxer? I think it may be Evander Holyfield, but it was a Chamber of Commerce group. I think it was Jewish dudes that put their money together and sponsored him. I think it's one of them boxers. I may have it wrong, but if you look at like the Negro baseball leagues, those brothers each had money back then, and you know they had individual money because first of all you got to build yourself up to 100%. Right. And then you want to be linked with brothers are equal knowledge or on the same page, but everybody bringing something to the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to have an economic power base
I feel
to even be able to fight. Just like because we ain't got no army. The only thing that we got to fight with is our paper. That's what the Japanese, after they took their army in World War II, right?
yeah.
Right.
They said, okay, you motherfuckers can't have an army no more. I think with Germany, they kind of did the same thing. You know, so they realized, okay, we can't have no actual feet on the ground military. We got to build it up as far as on this money and try and beat them with the money, or at least get into the playing field with the bread.
I feel
but see, this the thing what we saying though. See, when you see the illusions that's been placed in front of us, you know what I'm saying? See, this how we've been made to look at it. We're looking at it from this perspective. But what economic is what? It ain't really nothing, because this fiat currency ain't money. So the power elite, they power is not in actually their money. Their power is in the control of our mind and what we think. So the power is in the fact that we think that they have power, because the military is us. When they deploy the military, it's our cousins and brothers and nephews and uncles. You see what I'm saying? It's us that's going to fight. We are the military. You see what I'm saying? When whatever they say they got, it's us that they're using. So we the slaves, we are the actual currency that they actually backing their power upon. They ain't really got the power that it appears. This is why I say they done created the illusion to us, and why we fighting amongst each other. Because you got, for instance, you got 5 people it's a community of 5,000, and you got 5 people, you know, or 5 families that run the whole 5,000 off illusion. And this 5,000 feel that them 5 families is so powerful that they follow instructions in order, not realizing that if we 5,000 and they only 5, even though they appear to have the control and the power, if we stop, we can take everything they got and evenly disperse it amongst ourselves. So it ain't about having an economic power structure. We are the power structure. It's about us getting back together and realizing the power that we possess within. And that was the whole lie they created, was for us to be in this rat race chasing cheese.
It's in here.
Well, tell me if you agree or not. With most rebellions, if you overthrow some, say, the 5 families, right?
Yes, sir. People
are so upset, like, we're going to get this in equal distribution. But, okay, once you overthrow them, if you look historically, how many of the rebel factions were able to lead and govern people after that fact? After you knock out all the nobility or the ruling class,
yes, sir,
does it fall into anarchy after that? What happens after that?
Yeah, you're right.
Yes. Yeah, I feel.
If you look at y'all know Haile Selassie?
Yeah, I know Haile Selassie. Yes, sir. Rastafari.
Right, with Ethiopian king at the airline for Ethiopia. He really brought Ethiopia into the 21st century, really Africa into the 21st century.
Yes, sir.
You know, but they wait till he 83 years old till he showing a little bit of weakness and overthrow him.
That's how. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
right.
It ain't never been the same since.
Well, that's how they do, though. You know, I mean, look, hey, that's how they do. They did it to Gaddafi. When it was just they put Obama in power to accomplish some of the things.
I'm saying it was his people. I'm saying with Selassie, it was his people. Now with Gaddafi, yeah, the government did that because he was fucking with that gold system. But I'm saying when you have a rebellion from within, as far as the working class or the poor class taking over the ruling class. The one thing that they forget is, how are we gonna run this country after the fact? How are we gonna run the garbage and street sweeping and the sewer system?
I mean, who running it right now?
Huh? I mean, it's running though. I mean, it's for whatever problems it is, it's running.
I get what you say.
I get when I say who running it now. What I'm saying is who literally are the people that's working and running right now.
Us. A lot of it is us.
But so all I'm saying is we already got everything that we need except us. We just don't got us together. See what I'm saying? We got everything we need. We got teachers, doctors, lawyers, educators. We already got finances. We already got land. We got everything that we need. It's just all divided because we don't got us together. See what I'm saying? We not together. We already got everything we need. We just don't got us. And that's why we got to get us, because we continuing to fight against the brick wall, because everything you saying is a very valid and relevant point. But at the end of the day, the answer is simple. We already got us. We already us. We, like I say, when they deploy the military, they deploying my cousin, my uncle. You see what I'm saying? To go fight against me.
Yeah, I got two sons. I got one son in the Marine, one son in the Navy. I know exactly what you're saying.
That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's us. It ain't them. The aristocracy, the aristocracy, they sitting in the back in AC, you know, just pointing fingers. We the ones carrying out the orders. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say we are literally we in the matrix, man. We brainwashed. We the majority are literally mind-washed puppets, man. I know it sounds, and that's why we was breaking down the Willie Lynch letter earlier and showing the psychological programming and intent, purpose behind what they said they were trying to instill, because so many people discredit the Willie Lynch and say it ain't real and blah, blah, blah. So we went through a breakdown of what it say and applied it to today to show, like, whether you say it's real or not, the evidence is in the pudding that somebody thought of some type of intricate detailed plan, because it definitely affects us today in every aspect.
Yeah, you see that Burning Sands movie?
What's that? Yeah, Burning Sands, yes, sir.
Yeah, so, and they trying to do, but whether Willie Lynch's letter was real or not, there was an architect.
I'm laughing, bro, because I'm laughing because that was what made me start the show. I watched the movie last night, and when I heard them talking about the Willie Lynch, I was like, "What? Why is black people trying to discredit the letter?" You see what I'm saying? So
right, I mean, you see the girl shut her down when she said it was fake, like the case is closed. No, that should open up a whole nother conversation.
Thank you, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's where I was at. I was like, wait a minute. And that's why when I was telling my brother and them earlier, I say, man, I saw the boule all in that, because the message they was trying to put, like you say, was like they shut it down, like just to make people just throw it away. But when you read the details in the letter, it's too obvious. You know, to
the letter,
it's too much.
To the letter, everything happened, from the colorism to the butt breaking to the Kuntas Kinte to Chicken George.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what got me like. I'm like, bro, that's no, y'all ain't gonna. I'm not gonna let y'all. You know, I done seen Hidden Colors, so I ain't finna let y'all tell me that ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done lied about so much and erased so much. I'm not gonna let you tell me that the details of this letter is to the letter as they is. I ain't gonna let y'all make me throw that one away. Nah, y'all gonna own up to that. Y'all playing this shit. Y'all gonna own that one. This was an intricate.
And they still won't say when did they say it? Okay, so if they say it was fake, when was it written?
See that now the copy that I got, it claims that it was given in Virginia in 1712.
Right, but they saying that it was fake and it was written really in the 1900s or something, right?
Well, exactly. That's what I heard. That's what I've heard. Yes, sir. I've heard.
So whether it was a blueprint or whether it was a historical account, it still lines up perfectly with us. It's totally on point.
Where we at today? It's too on point. It's too accurate to just be a coincidence. I can't write it off as a coincidence. I think the problem is with a lot of things. I think that this was never intended to make it to public circulation. Just like when we found out that they was convicted of killing Dr. King, you know what I'm saying? Even though they done gave him a holiday, and you know what I'm saying, we weren't supposed to find that out. I think this is one of them things we weren't supposed to find this out, because this is too much proof. This this just destroys the idea of conspiracy. When they try to say you a conspiracy theorist in regards to slavery as black folk, this right here just destroys that notion. They can't say that no more. As long as we got this proof of evidence, they can't say we conspiracy theorists. And I think that's why they want to discredit this letter, because they don't want to have to own up to the fact that they real deal is doing what they've been doing. Nah,
what's that when Judge Joe Brown took them to court with Martin Luther King, and he got it overturned that the white guy wasn't really due to murder them.
Who for Dr. King, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They some type of court case. You gotta look up when you get a chance, Joe Brown.
I'm gonna write it down. Judge Joe Brown.
Judge Joe Brown, MLK. He talk about it.
Okay. I'm sure gonna look it up. I'm writing it down.
But let me ask y'all as far as with the Malcolm thing. With
yes,
y'all.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Elijah Muhammad built that whole thing, right? I mean, by the time Malcolm came, it was already built. It was already working. Right. Yeah. To an extent, yeah. So Malcolm come in. He was Malcolm Little at the time, not Malcolm X.
Right.
He come in. You remember in the movie? He is humble and crying. He couldn't even believe he was in brother's presence.
In his presence, yeah.
Now
I do.
So he built him from that to what he was, and then you gonna write a book about me getting all these girls pregnant? We couldn't handle that behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And if Elijah Muhammad died in 1975, right?
Yes,
if Malcolm had played ball, he would have been running it in 10 years and did it, created the nation in his image. That's what Farrakhan ended up doing. But the difference was when Malcolm created that schism in between the nation, by the time Farrakhan got to power, nation had broke up into probably like 10 different sects.
Right. But I mean, but see, part of that was, like you said, though, part of that was the fact that Malcolm was responsible for a lot of the exponential growth within the nation. The nation wasn't as large as it was before Malcolm came on board. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm had a lot to do with the nationwide growth of the nation.
Yeah, he breathed new blood into it. Anytime, a lot of times you're going to have an older man with the money or the establishment, and then a younger man to bring the fire. You got, I think it's a saying, older men counsel or something, and younger men war.
Yeah.
I'm probably messing up the saying, but so you always gonna have that dynamic, whether it's whites or blacks. You're gonna have the older establishment with the young bulls coming in.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Malcolm owed more to the game. He owed more to the game. He owed more to that man than how he played it. And then when he ended up leaving, he never actually set up nothing substantive of his own movement. And he in his book, in his autobiography, he basically said he went to Mecca and realized that it was white, blue-eyed Muslims. So everything he had learned was bullshit.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right. I feel you. I feel you. But I mean, when it comes to that, for me, my only problem is I don't really like religion as a whole. Like, the Nation of Islam ain't no different than the church to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got some principles, of course, that's better, but I mean, it's still organized religion. And when you get to the nation part, like what Malcolm separated from in the instance, like he was like a pimp. He was like the preacher at the church. They was creating the nation, was real deal revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? Elijah was trying to exist comfortably in a penitentiary. Elijah was trying to create a nation, trying to teach black people respect. You see what I'm saying? He was trying to teach us decency and teach us some knowledge of self. But because it's still religion, he still was doing the reverse of what they was doing. He still was trapping our mind and having us look into an outward image and still for gratification. So people were still following, you know what I'm saying, the same type of structural teaching psychologically like Christianity would be. And so he was just a pimp. Like, for instance, like the preacher would be not knocking him or saying he was a pimp, literally, but I'm saying in the essence of it wasn't about, he wasn't trying to real deal revolutionize and trying to take over the government and trying to real deal Marcus Garvey out here. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't trying to do that. He was trying to just and create his own nation, which gave him power. See what I'm saying? He possessed the power by being the controller of a nation. You know what I mean? And so that's a different thing than actually being about the liberation of the people, to where you putting yourself on the front lines. Malcolm was on the front line, real deal about the people's liberation, because Malcolm was a revolutionary. See, where Malcolm came from is like where we come from. He came from the gutter of nothing. And this man did help him identify himself and to come to the knowledge of self. But from that, his whole life's purpose was to seek for spiritual things and to be at one with what he thought he knew was truth once he realized he had been living a lie. And that's all we all supposed to do. Once that truth sets you free and you realize you've been living a lie, your life's passion and desire from that point is nothing else but truth. You know what I'm saying? Like truth, baby.
What do you think was a lie? I mean, okay, so if you got basically Elijah's CEO and Malcolm was high middle management, right?
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, if you with Elijah, he had been doing this for 30, 40 years.
Yes, sir.
And he probably was just as militant as Malcolm, but he realized it's different machinations in this thing.
Yes, sir.
He went to battle enough with the white man to know, okay, maybe we gotta approach it instead of going head on. Maybe we gotta go guerrilla style.
I don't doubt that.
And Malcolm was like, Malcolm said, oh, front line. We're going straight front line. Yeah. Whereas, and that goes to with Sun Tzu. Yeah. With Sun Tzu saying you got to know yourself and know your enemy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know. Yes, sir.
And then with Elijah Muhammad, just like with Marcus Garvey, any of the guys or any CEO, Henry Ford, or any of them, once you get to a certain level as a CEO, you like, I started this barbecue business, and this is thanks I get. Cause I got a couple of these broads pregnant. You gonna put me on Front Street?
But see, I don't think I don't know if it was all the way just per se the women. See, this is the thing. This is my thing. This is the thing. I don't think it was just per se the women. I went through a personal experience myself, and I think what it boiled down to, Malcolm, was when you get to the root of it. Like I said, when you're seeking this truth, man, any organized religion is not in the truth. You see what I'm saying?
No, you're right about that. You're limited. Any movement that's religion is limited. You're definitely right about that.
And that's what I'm saying. So I just think at the end of the day, like, even though they had some of them differences, I think at the end of the day, I think Malcolm just, in his quest as he was going towards truth and enlightenment, I just think just religion, I just think the religion itself just became, you know what I'm saying?
No, he still went after religion.
So that's how I like to look at it.
When he did all this detective work with these chicks, he was on suspension at the time for saying that chick comes home to roost.
Yeah, from JFK.
So at that time he was a disgruntled employee.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, but I mean, you know, you're right as far as excuse me. Any religion, any movement and religion is definitely going to be limited to a certain degree, because you using that as your guiding principle, as opposed to with Marcus Garvey, his was just a movement.
Yeah.
And really, he was the closest. I think him and Booker T was the closest to having it on point as far as the blueprint of what we could do to rise.
Yeah.
Because you got Booker T had the agriculture down. And then you had Marcus Garvey. He had the whole economics down. He had so many contributions coming in, and he was doing big business. He the first black guy to buy a shipping company. Like, dude own like the Love Boats. but they wasn't Carnival cruise or nothing. They was actually shipping cargo.
Yes, sir.
But what Garvey's problem was, he tried to hire black, which is no problem with that. But what happened? The black captain that he hired ended up charging him 6 times what the ships was worth.
Mm-hmm. I just remember the statement word for word, but I just know for a fact that he said that it was from his own, it was from those within that was his greatest downfall. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He had yes men, he had inept on it, Marcus. They steady going in his pocket.
Yes, sir.
Or got cutting their own side deals.
Yes,
now I don't think that's exclusive to blacks or whites. I think in any industry, somebody dipping and skimming.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And see, and that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. See, my thing, that's been my thing lately is I'm all about white supremacy, understanding the system and everything. But in my growth and understanding, I done came to the point to realize that they use, just like they use economics and money, they use race as a tool to separate and divide us. Now I understand the whites and the system, but I'm saying I'm great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't great just because I'm black. I'm just great because I'm great. Because I'm comfortable with who I am. You know what I'm saying? So I don't allow, I will walk in a room, for instance, full of white folk, and I would feel out of place. And I would feel like I just need to leave. I ain't comfortable. This ain't where I'm supposed to be.
Right. Because, I mean, you got white supremacy, right? But with both of y'all,
that's their part.
I don't know
how y'all, like, I'm just to that point now. So I understand what you said, and I'm just saying that because it's so we got. I'm just saying we so. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying. I don't know how either one of y'all feel about Barack, about what he did or didn't do when he was in office. But one thing he said with his exit speech, I mean, hey, that's I know how that goes on both sides.
I mean, you want to go first?
Go ahead. I'm saying on his speech when he was exiting, he said the power of being a citizen. Y'all hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all hear me? I'm breaking up.
I can hear you.
Okay, he said the power of being a citizen, and I had never thought about it like that because being black, you always thinking, man, I'm not an American, I'm black.
Right.
But
right.
Should we consider ourselves American? Should I feel guilty of the fact that I never read the Constitution before. Man. I'm 40 years old. I never took the time to read the American Constitution.
Hey, bro, you should not.
I don't read it, but I ain't never considered myself. I always be like, fuck America. Go ahead, bro. But I don't know. But this is where I'm from, though, so I don't know how to. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a good question. Like, man, I mean, because I'm American, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I'm gonna be honestly, I don't identify myself as American, though. That's the thing. Like, because I know the root of it, I just identify myself, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I can live anywhere, man. Shoot, I can move to another country if they let me come, and I'll live there. I won't care because I ain't been treated fairly.
Okay, so if you move to another country, would you want to know their constitution? Would you want to know how their system of government goes?
Oh yeah, definitely, no doubt, no doubt.
You have to know.
Yeah, I'm gonna know. Yeah, I'm gonna know all. Yeah, but I mean, when you look at the world we live in, the system we talking about, they done created democracy almost all around the world. They done almost completed their goal. That was the whole purpose of instituting of the UN and everything, man. That's what they was doing.
I don't know, communism making Russia doing this thing. Russia and China been doing this thing now.
Well, what you think about what's going on with North Korea? Because they steady popping off missile tests, and Trump steady threatening. You know, China just sent the ship over when today or yesterday.
Yeah,
sent another fleet over to get to gas up.
My son is going on. He on the warship headed to North Korea in 2 weeks or something.
Yeah. Oh, your son?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh.
Damn, bro.
Man.
He said, man, I thought this was gonna be an easy stretch, Pops.
Yeah, I know that's right, man. But he couldn't anticipate stupid Trump getting thrown in there, though, could he?
Right.
That
Exactly.
one, you know what I'm saying, man. And that's what it. But I believe it's all strategically planned out anyway, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's because I honestly, man, like I say, I'm crazy down the rabbit hole, man. There's so much stuff out there. I ain't even got into talking about the planet Nibiru and all of this type of stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? Because the real deal, everything is interconnected. That's why I say it's spiritual, man. It's a lot going to be revealed in the coming days, weeks, and months.
What do y'all think? Well, a two-part question. The ancient Kemites or Egyptians or whatever we looked at that was all kings and queens that we look back to.
Yeah.
I don't know the actual name of it, but I mean, what do you think if they if they were in our situation right now? How you think they would play it?
You got to try to reach out, man. Try to get back to the roots. You got to take it back to the basics. See, back then they definitely had. They ain't had this psychological breakdown that we got.
They didn't have to go through the Willie Lynch. You said them kings and queens. They didn't have to go through the Willie
Lynch. Real, man.
Real. They had 6%. You know what I'm saying? They want
for real though. For real though. They knew for real though. They knew who we were though.
You know what I'm saying? They weren't using only 6%. They didn't know how to guide us on a whole different other level from our thinking. They had come into our minds, standing in front of us and tell us what to do. That's what, back then, you know what I'm saying? The civilization was built on something else, man. They had real deal knowledge, real deal mind.
I mean, if you know how to build a pyramid, that's some next level stuff.
That's some science, baby.
Exactly.
You feel me? That's what we did, real talk, and that's what they was on. So they level was. That's what I'm saying. Like, what we don't even realize or question is the fact that how was they more advanced than we is?
Exactly.
They focus was completely different than ours. They spiritual systems was a way of life. You know what I'm saying? Because they had spiritual systems that dealt with the nature of the heart. That means they spent their whole time focused and intent with nature, living life for real. So agriculture and nature, hunting and fishing and the way of life, everything. They was like Avatar, like the movie Avatar, bro. That's what it was. Just like the movie Avatar. Connected to the nature, connected to the universe.
Oh yeah, because they plugged in. They could actually plug in with to the animal and all that, right?
And that's and that, but you know, that's kind of like the analogy how the ancestors was in the sense of being connected and being able to plug in. In fact, I wouldn't there, so I can't confirm, but I done heard that that's what they say, kind of like what the dreadlock and stuff was our connection, you know, like through the sun or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like the long hair, but I don't know because, you know, what if you was bald headed? I'm bald headed.
Hey, it's all right. Michael Jordan made it cool for everybody to do the bald head look. Before that, people was watching the Sherman Hemsley.
Man, a fro, baby. I used to have one. Don't worry, I had one.
All right, so let me ask y'all on this. If today all the descendants of the Willie Lynch, all the Willie Lynch victims, if you had the Coons, the pro-blacks, the Pan-Africans, everybody sat down at a table, could anything come of that?
I think so. I think so, man. I think so. The reason I'm gonna let you. The reason I say I think so is just because I believe that the situation is, as long as the right words are said eloquent enough, there's a common purpose between us all, and we know that. So as long as that can be communicated, you know what I'm saying? I think that everybody could get up from there, at least focused on the common goal from that point. Now, once we can focus on the common point, then we have to immediately from right there put down the strategy of how we maintain and focus the common point, so that when we get up and separate, everybody don't go back to their own separate camps and start listening to the other people in their ear telling them what they should and why they shouldn't. But we'll focus on the common agenda, so that the leader of each area, you know what I'm saying, will know how to maintain order. You know what I'm saying? It's like gangs coming in and we trying to call the truth so that we can get rid of the group that's bigger than us coming to take over. But the leaders is the ones that got to keep the peewees still in check, because they still liable to do anything. But if the right words is communicated and the leaders can understand properly and the leaders can maintain their control, I think we could be all right, man, because we definitely got a common purpose, man. Start seeing the benefit of being together. Once you start it, all you need is one step. Once you start it and everybody can start seeing, it'll take its own effect after that.
What about you, brother?
My opinion.
Hey, you hit it all. You hit it all on the nose, bro. Real talk.
Now, do the straight up nigga get a seat at the table too? You got the coons, Pan Africans, pro-black.
Hey, I'm letting look. Hey, real talk. I'm letting everybody that want to sit at the table sit at the table. But that don't mean everybody that getting up being a member of the alliance. You see what I'm saying? That's why anybody can sit there, because we gonna chop it up and we gonna discuss everything. We gonna put it all on the table in truth. We gonna get to iron out all the wrinkles, all of the disagreements. You know what I'm saying? We gonna iron it out to come to that common head of what we need to agree on. So the people who heart ain't in the right place, we gonna know who they is too. What that old saying? What they say? Who was it? What they say? Nat Turner or somebody said. The first thing he said was, "Who want to be free?" or something. And the people that I forgot, but they say the ones that didn't step forward or something. They said, "Now them the first ones you kill."
We gotta kill them. We gotta kill them first.
You gotta kill them first. They gotta go first, baby. We gotta get rid of the enemies within before we step out to face the enemy without.
Good talk.
But see, what they gotta look at is everybody ain't a soldier. Some people is logistics.
That's
some
true.
people is planning. Some people
Real talk.
is communications.
Real talk. But but that takes care of itself though, because all of that's needed, it just kind of falls into its own place. You know what I'm saying? All of that's needed. We know everybody can't be no soldier. You wouldn't want everybody to be. I wouldn't want to be on the battlefield, and if I'm the only one survive, I ain't got nothing to run to. You got something to fight for, so everybody can't be a soldier. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I don't want to fight next to no nigga that ain't fighting with me.
Right.
I don't want no. I need soldiers fighting. You know what I'm saying? I don't need just people fighting. What that movie 300? Y'all remember that movie 300?
Oh, the little hunchback. You say I want to be a part.
When they was marching, and the other group of men met up with them, and he had 1,000 or something. He said, all you got is 300 men or something. He asked the other dudes, man. He said, what is you? He was like, farmer. He said, what is you? He was like, carpenter, whatever. He said, me and a Sparta. What are you? All of them bitches at the same time said, warriors. He was like, yeah. He said, you got 1,000. He said, I got 300 soldiers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm like. It ain't the amount of number, it's who with me. You know what I'm saying? I want soldiers, baby.
Soldiers.
I want soldiers, man. That's all I want. We want soldiers with us. That's all. You know what I mean? And the soldiers that's willing to fight, it's just like we on the hoop court, you know, or the football team. I'm football. We like football. Bruh, give me 11 cats that's about it, and we can go both ways and we in the game.
Exactly.
That ain't trying to play. Give me 11 that's about it, and we'll go both ways. I have my quarterback playing safety, cracking you out there. You know what I'm saying? And then coming behind the center and throwing the ball too. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. If he really a soldier and ready to play, because he ain't gonna cry over no little nick. You see what I'm saying? But you gotta have soldiers, man. Ain't no soldiers, we can't do nothing. You can have 100. You can have a team with 100.
Ronnie, who the safety? He cut his finger off. Ronnie Lott.
Yeah, that's my boy. 42, San Francisco.
Yeah.
Hey, Ronnie Lott was the man. I like Steve Atwater though from Denver Broncos, 27. That was my boy.
Yeah, Steve was cold. Steve Atwater was.
Hardest hit I ever seen in my life. Christian Okoye came up the hole, and Steven Atwater met him head on. Bow. You know what I'm talking? Man, met him up, bow, and stomped him and put Okoye back. Hardest hit I ever seen because Atwater size to Okoye, and Okoye was known for running people over. Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a straight third world warrior. That's straight Zulu right there.
Yeah, real talk. Telling you, man. Yes, man. Hey, I appreciate chopping it up with y'all brothers, man. We've been on here for a minute, man. I gotta go on and take a couple things. But
I definitely appreciate the discourse, brothers.
No doubt, man. Hey, blessings to you, bro. Hey, hopefully you subscribe and we come on here often, man. We got other videos. We really kind of just getting started, but we gonna be on here often, man, talking about whatever, just trying to share with the people, trying to build, trying to grow, man. So just one love to you, my brother.
All right.
Oh yeah, I'm from LA's channel, so he already subscribed to y'all. So hey,
all right, that's what's up then. All right, bro, no doubt, prolific.
All right, peace, brothers.
Peace.
All right, peace, blessings. All right, bro, love to you, man. I'm gonna shout at you.
Yep.
I bet.
But